Well, a very good afternoon and welcome back to Havana. It's day 2 of the Grand-Prix. And a very good afternoon to Annette Boehm.
Good afternoon.
And a good evening. I hesitated for a moment, not because I couldn't remember who you were. I hesitated because I was going to say good evening and all that kind of stuff. Good night or good morning. I don't know, it could be good morning, couldn't it, somewhere? Could it?
Well, in Europe, it's quite late. It's not already good morning, but...
So where could it be good morning then?
Plus is off.
Nowhere.
What about Japan?
Nah,
because
it's
plus 6 hours to Europe, plus another few hours.
It's good morning Sunday. A very good morning Sunday if there's any Japanese. Yeah. Okay. Right. Right. We've worked that out. Hello. That covers everything. Hello.
Hello to everybody.
Yeah. It may have come to your notice at home, viewers at home, that I'm in a good mood today. And I'm in a good mood because I'm back in my usual seat. I was covering somebody else's duties yesterday, and I'm so delighted to be back.
Somebody rent you
in a comfortable seat. And it's always nice to be sitting next to Annette.
Yeah,
so there you go. 4 weight categories to bring you. All the medal matches in the under 63 and under 70, and the under 73 and under 81 kilo weight categories. So we look forward to those. We'll start with the bronze medal matches in the under 63 kilo category. And I wonder if Annette would just like to pick out a few names that we should be looking out for. Go and do that for a second, and I'll just see who's standing behind us here.
Yes, so in the category under 63, we're going to start, of course, with the bronze medal contest. Mia Hermansson and Estefania Garcia. Garcia, Ecuador, Hermansson of Sweden. Her teammate, the Swedish teammate, couldn't make it. She lost out earlier on, so it is Mia Hermansson for Sweden who's able to win a medal. Then we have the second fight. It's an all-Russian fight, by the way. So Rakatova against Volkova. Also for them, I can imagine that it's the points are very important for the ranking. Who's going to be better? Yes, in the final, a classical final between Yard and Cherby of Israel and her opponent from Cuba, Marike Espinosa, and we felt the atmosphere already yesterday. So for sure, every Cuban fighter who will be on the mat today, we're going to have a brilliant atmosphere.
Well, Jerby's nice and high up there at number 4 in the Olympic qualification. We can talk about Olympic qualification now because we're just a few months away. Yeah. And when it comes to Maricet Espinosa, well, she is not in a qualified position. There's no Cuban in there. There's Mia Hermansson on the left-hand side of your screen. And there is Estefania Garcia. So it's a good way down, because the highest ranked Cuban up there is Maylin del Toro Caballal, and Maricet Espinosa is 1 place down. That's going to change.
Yes, definitely. So the first medal contest for today.
Mia Hermansson in the white judo gi, Estefania Garcia in blue. Raymond Saito from the United States of America is the referee in the middle. There you go. Yeah, a little bit of a hesitation there, even a grimace on the face of the coach there as he thought, took a little while, and Estefania Garcia she's had enough of the one-sided grip. Saito let that go the first time. He didn't jump all over Hermansson and call her a Shido, but the second time he was a bit sharper. Then I said, hey, we gave you the benefit of the doubt the first time round, but a little bit slow. So Hermansson picked up a Shido. Tall and leggy, the Swedish fighter, is even taller than Anna Bernholm, her teammate. So the ideal height for me in the under 63 kilo category. Really difficult to come to grips with. The difficulty for Gershak Sabino was being able to stay, thin. Picked up just that little bit more weight and had to go up to 70. She hasn't filled in to 70 yet, but she just couldn't make 63 any longer.
Yep.
Bernholm and Hermansen both naturally at that weight, and I don't care how much they ate, they just don't look as though they're going to be the sort of people that put that kind of weight on.
That's right,
so
yeah.
Nice and comfortable. Second Shido collected by Hermansen, unfortunately for her. But the Cubans kind of struggling to get someone in the top 14 to direct qualify. They were both of them down there. 29 Maricet Espinosa and 30 Mylin Del Toro Cavallal. A couple of points different in the normal ranking list, but in the Olympic qualification it's the other way around. Del Toro Cavallal is ahead of Espinosa, but we're jumping ahead of ourselves here because Espinosa is in the final. Has a good chance. She's got, she's terrifically strong. She's had a couple of really good ippons, but as I say, we're a bit ahead of ourselves. Our third penalty. Nope, they just waved that one off. Yep, nice and interested in this contest. And now it's Garcia who picks up a penalty. Uchimata, but it's a spinning, whirling effort, and Hermansen is moving in the right direction, so she avoids getting caught up in that. Yeah, she likes going over on that side, doesn't she? She let go on the second effort. The training camps have really paid off for the Swedish girls because they go everywhere. They just absolutely put everything into it.
Don't miss any,
and
opportunity.
I can imagine that they've taken a few slaps along the way, She keeps going for the Koji Gaki with that cross grip. And as long as she attacks immediately, then she's not going to fall foul of the penalty. But it's Garcia who picks up a second Shido with half a minute left to go. That was a poor piece of tactics from the Ecuadorian, who just shading things up to that point. And now they're level as far as the penalties are concerned, and there's no score. So golden score is looming large here. And broke that grip off really well, Garcia, because and again. That must have been right on the limit as far as the time is concerned. He'd just given her a penalty, hadn't he, for passivity?
Yep. Big outside attack.
Hermansen has got to be really careful with that cross grip and then the attack. It's supposed to be simultaneous. He's probably telling her that. Don't mess around with that. You've already picked up a penalty for that.
Yeah.
No good putting your arm over. Yeah. No good putting your arm over and then coming up with an attack. It's got to be absolutely, at the same time. That's what simultaneous is. At the same time. Into the golden score period. A little bit of a sticky foot there left from Hermansen, but it didn't trouble Garcia. And she goes over again. I don't understand it. It's such a risky tactic.
Absolutely.
That's better. Nice strong grip.
Oh yes, he caught her. That was good. That was lovely.
Well, you get the good grip, you can do good things.
Yes.
And the minute she got that grip on, that's better. Now you look as though you can produce something. And boy, did she ever. What an Uchimata that was. Just unloaded on Estefania Garcia. Well, Hermansen knows just how much that means. She's at number 20 on the IGF World Ranking list, and that should help. And it could be that it depends when she's got her points. Hermansen is number 16. Oh, it wasn't Uchimata. Look, just look where she catches the legs.
Both legs she can. Yeah. She caught. Yeah. Oh,
it's more like Ashigaruma.
Yes.
Yeah, Ashigaruma.
Yeah.
If we get one more look, I don't know if they'll play another one, because we're not going to see the feet. Really nice. Well, she's at 16. It's an all-Russian matchup then. In white judogi, Pari Surakatova faces teammate Ekaterina Valkova in blue. No coaches. Andres Caballero of Guatemala is the referee in the middle. There is Pari Surakatova. And there is Ekaterina Valkova. Interesting to see what happens here. Where are the Russians as far as Valkova is up there at 15, Surakatova at 17. So
that's close.
This is when the coach just steps back and says, "It's down to you.
Yeah,
you sort it out." 700 points, 600 odd points. It's. See how much, punch there is in this bronze medal match. You just see who wants it more.
Oh.
You get one in the eye as well from your teammate. Single Shido against Surakatova at the moment. Apart from that, there's no blemish on the scoreboard. Tried to go for the Tomoinage there, but Surakatova had that blocked.
You see, they know each other so well.
Yeah.
So difficult to come through.
Surakatova had the initial Shido. Valkova with that false attack has now joined and thought about the stepping over for the arm lock there. It's just a flash as you saw it. No, it's not going to work. This is a good contest. That's the kind of thing that you want to see. Both fighters want a win here. It's sometimes difficult when you are up against your teammate, but you've got to find a way to get past that and do something a bit special, because they do know each other well. It's a slightly different type of contest required here. I hope we're not going to bore you at home in the run-in or the run-up towards Rio, with our constant references to where people are in the ranking list. I try to stay away from that, during the first couple of years, because it doesn't really matter, ranking list or whatever, only for seeding purposes. But as it comes towards, the Olympic Games, then it becomes so important.
And it's all about this list.
And it's all about that list.
Yeah.
It's inescapable. So I hope that our references to where they are and how much it means and how many points they've got and how they can qualify, I hope that doesn't wear on you too much. A second penalty picked up by Surakatova. Attempting the turnover into Sangaku, but it's a good defense from Surakatova. Valkova unable to wrap up the top half and tie up the arms and head. That's what she was looking for. A reasonable effort there at Yoko Tomoyanagin, and a chance on the arm as well, but defended by Surakatova. Ooh, strongly defended there, as Valkova searched for the Jujigatami. Ekaterina Valkova it is, who, having collected only one Shido, takes that bronze medal contest against teammate Pari Surakatova. Now, I enjoyed that, and the reason I enjoyed it is there has been some talk about how, the Russians carve things up and everything. Not there.
Yes.
No chance. The gripping, the movement, the reactions to everything, they just left it to them and, hey, you sort it out.
And they did.
And for me, that's the best way. Valkova goes to sit with Hermansen. The two of them will collect bronze medals. We come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category. Yarden Jerby of Israel faces Mariset Espinoza of Cuba. It'll be Jerby in the white judogi, Espinoza in blue. Yevgeny Raklin is the referee in the middle for this one. What a reception Mariset Espinoza will receive if she's able to defeat Yarden Jerby. No doubt about the support that she's got now.
Yeah.
But this roof will come off if she wins here.
Yeah.
And she has got real throwing skills, Espinoza. Dumped two of her opponents earlier on for Ippon. Not hanging about either. Already just shaped to go left-sided. Uchimata and Uranagi are her go-to techniques. A strong block there, and
she felt it.
Yeah, Jerby felt that. Exactly, that's exactly what I was going to say. Felt that's whoa, no, not there. Almost going over there. Crowd on their feet momentarily as Espinosa threatened Jerby on that left hip. I was almost on my feet then. Jerby was almost in the air.
Yeah.
Oh. It's an odd little way that she gets into that. She grips with the right arm around the collar and then swaps and goes for the left. I suppose there's a moment when your opponent may get unsettled and be expecting something from the right, and if she comes over on the left, and another, well, that was a slightly more speculative effort there from Espinosa, looking to go right-sided for Osadogari. It never materialized and she bailed out of the intended attack. Rakelin just reminding Shani Hershko that he can coach only during the mate. I wonder if he's going to take any notice of that instruction. Strong grip from Jerby, matched by Espinosa now. Both fighters with good strong grips up at the top. Another reasonable effort, but just pushed at the hips there.
Yes, also strong defense there from Jerby.
A minute and a half left to go. Time's ticking away quickly, isn't it? This is an interesting contest there.
It is.
Just have to be careful with ducking underneath. And Espinosa picks up a penalty for a false attack. Well, could change the shape of things now. Oh,
took it back.
Got away with that one. That was on the edge. And then she hands Jerby a stronger position, but he was really not able to take advantage of it.
Now it's her turn. Yes.
Yeah. She just stuck in there for that little bit longer and managed to roll Espinosa onto her side and then her back. So Rosari's a good score. It wasn't as tidy as we've seen Jerby throw before, but the thing that Jerby always gives you is a great effort, the entry.
Yeah.
You know, the footwork is beautiful. She's got really, really nice footwork to get her body turned.
Right. Just maybe one more step before standing, like in the end.
Yeah, exactly, would have put her in a better position.
But the beginning was perfect.
Yes.
And she decided to go for the makikomi. Then you always lose a little bit of contact and control. So the mental thing changed a little bit.
Yeah, well, Yarden so can afford to back off now.
Yeah, and also short before she came up with this score. Now you see, you can feel Espinosa is nervous. Even short time before the Vasari came, it changed a little bit.
Well, there was a lot of pressure on Maricet Espinosa. You know, Jerby, one of the best fighters in the world, and
that's right. And of course, at home you want to win. At home you want to show the best, and you want to win a medal for you and also for your country. Here, the national anthem in the own stadium. And that was a good final. So the winner in the under 63 kilo category, Yarden Jerby.
Esta es la cuarta medalla de oro para Yarden Jerby en un Grand-Prix. This is her fourth gold medal in the Grand-Prix. Yarden Jerby, Israel.
I can look at the footwork all day. It's not perfect, but it's so determined that's what knocks her off. Have a look at this. This is what gets her off balance. He's just about to call mate. Just about to call mate there, wasn't he?
And imagine she would have jumped a little bit more.
Yeah. 1
or 2 more steps, and she wouldn't lost her grip. The right arm, who was at the beginning and the back, then she decided for the makikomi. It would have been a whole ippon.
Absolutely. We come now to the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 73 kilo category. Igor Vantka of Germany faces Pierre Duprat of France. It'll be Vantka in the white and Duprat in blue. What have you seen today of Igor Vantka?
Good judo. Yeah, good judo. So he had a bye. He was in a really strong pool. His first fight against the Cuban, he won. He's a thrower, so it's not. Wasn't at any time a decision made by Shido. So the second fight against Van Lioglu, the Turkish fighter, he won.
Van Lioglu was spent by that time. He'd already given his best, hadn't he? He defeated Mansour Isaev and Kiyoshi Uematsu earlier on, and he had very little left.
Yeah.
Christopher Fulk was the man in the driving seat at 73 for
That's
so
right.
long.
Yeah, yeah.
Just couldn't hang on long enough for the qualification. And now Vantka appears to be the man of the moment for the Germans at 73. Well placed is Igor Vantka up there at number 11.
This is a good position.
Yeah, and there's nobody close. I mean, we just mentioned Christopher Fulk. He's down there at 65, so, you know.
But for him, he finished his studium, medical medicine.
Dr. Fulk.
This is really hard.
Yeah, stark.
Yeah, to make this study and to do this professional sport.
Yeah.
Then he also, I remembered, he also had an injury, and it does not come from today to tomorrow.
No.
It does not come back. It's hard work. No? I mean, also Igor Vantka, he had some injuries where you thought, oh my God, again something. Yeah, I like both of them very, very much.
There's some. Oh yes, he's going to go down for Yuko.
Yeah.
He just hung on there long enough, didn't he, Duprat?
Exactly.
And Vantka was about to turn. He was turning, couldn't quite manage it.
Yeah.
Stuck on his side, and the referee gave it some time to see if there was anything there. And Duprat saying, "Well, let's have a look and see what he did have here." Down.
The arm. Don't take out the arm. It can also end different with your elbow.
Duprat's got a case for having had Mate called a little bit earlier there. You know, he moved into a good position. And there was oh well. Moinage effort avoided by Vantka as he just went off to his left. Nah, not going anywhere.
Nothing. Detlef Ulsch has a nice group of coaches which helps him, supports him. Sven Loll is one of them. And he's also the coach from Igor Vantka, coming from Hannover. For sure, he's watching his boy. I'd love to see him on the mat when Igor was fighting. So emotional for him, for many coaches. so a lot of different personalities, but they're all fighting next to the mat with their athletes.
Haven't finished off talking about Christopher Fulk. Actually, I wanted to mention he's one of the nicest, most receptive fighters.
That is right.
That's been on the circuit. You know, high quality fighter, but he always had time for a chat and very pleasant. You know.
Yeah. A great personality. He got.
The crowd appear to like Igor Vantka. Huge cheer when Duprat went to the tatami, but there was no score. This is one of the most knowledgeable judo crowds that I've been around.
Oh, that was a good attack there. No score, but
They know all the nuances of what's happening and the
Yes.
scoreboard and the change in a Shido, and whether this is given
they also give you applause.
good applause.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
they know their stuff.
That is right. Yeah, I realized that already yesterday. That's right.
Duprat leads by the single Yuko. Both fighters have picked up the Shido apiece. We'll leave that aside for the moment and stick with the scores. Duprat leads with a little over 2 minutes left to go.
Not that attractive.
Yeah, there was
be
the
honest.
suspicion of him avoiding the oncoming, Van Cup, and he
For a reason.
good call from the referee there. It's just a little bit too much. Ooh, this looks strong to me. I'm going to go over.
Ooh, he's jumping.
Might get caught again.
Almost a
He ste-
chance
yeah,
there.
if he steps off, it's not going anywhere. Van Cup may be interested to know what happened at the German Championships this weekend. They've been taking place. Where were they being held, Anna?
In Hamburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
My God, yeah.
Nice Yoko Satemi was a caught Duprat. You know what? It looked as though just for a moment he took his foot off the gas.
Yes.
And that's it. Done. Osai Komi as well. And Igor Vantka is going to take this one. He just appeared to take his foot off the gas for a moment, did Duprat.
There are fighters, when they trail, you think, oh, will they get it? Will they change that, close that gap and change the situation on the scoreboard? But with Igor, I'm very calm, because I know, okay, there will be a few chances for him, because he finds a way to get close to his opponent, and he has that throwing skill to overcome his opponents.
But that really was a beautifully executed Yoko Satemi was a.
Did he win by Nelson?
Yeah, that's right.
He did.
Oh dear.
And the bronze medalist in white
Yeah,
for
I'm happy for
Germany.
Igor.
En la medalla de bronce del blanco para Alemania es Igor Grand-Pix. Su segunda medalla en un Grand-Prix. His second medal in a Grand-Prix.
And when you remember how he started, the whole day he was tired. You saw that he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, that's right.
But he was a fighter today. He's always a fighter, but even more today when he didn't feel that good.
You know what I like about this? The second that he realizes that he's got the bottom half tied up with a leg going, he begins to work the top half for the turnover. It's a very, very sharp awareness from Vanka in the execution of that technique. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Second bronze medal contest.
Oh, Martin
for
Malloy.
men under 73 kilos. Segundo combate por la medalla de bronce categoría de hasta 73 kilos. De blanco por Bélgica. Número 53 en el ranking mundial. In white for Belgium, number 53 at the world ranking, Sami Chuchi. And in blue for Mongolia, 5th place in the World Championships last year. De azul por Mongolia, quinto en los mundiales el año pasado, Gambatar Otbayar.
Oh, she's cute. And even me as a woman says that.
That she does. She looks very pretty. Well, we see her on the mat and she's got her game face on.
Yes,
She just
completely
walked
different
past.
when you see her private. You're speaking about
Very attractive.
Martin Malloy.
Sami Chuchi of Belgium faces Ganbatar Odbayar of Mongolia. It's Chuchi of Belgium in the white judogi, Ganbatar of Mongolia in blue. I'm afraid I probably won't be around in Rio if Malloy wins a medal. I'll avoid getting another hug from her. The last one nearly killed me. squeezed the life out of me in London after she won a medal. I couldn't breathe.
Yes.
I could not breathe. And if she'd held on for 1 or 2 seconds longer, I would have asked her, said, Marty, you have to let go. But luckily she
It's
let
like
go.
when if somebody's choked on the mat, you lose your...
Consciousness.
Somebody needs to come and lift your legs up.
I really, she squeezed me so hard, I lost my breath.
Yeah.
And she was saying, oh, I'm so happy. You've been so nice during the whole qualification period. I said, please let go. Chuchi's picked up a single Shido inside the first minute. Gan-Batar, dangerous looking fighter. Nice movement. But Chuchi has shown that he can be equally effective with regard to the throwing skills. Who did he bang over earlier on?
Let's have a look.
Complete surprise.
Well, so first fight, Chuchi, he won against
Magushkov?
Magushkov.
Yes.
Yes, he won against.
Chuchi slapped Magushkov down, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
That was a little bit special. Chuchi and Gan-Batar, well, let's bring you up to date on them. Chuchi's a little bit off the pace because Dirk van Tichelt is the Belgian who is in the driving seat as far as qualification is concerned. He's up there at number 12. Chuchi's slightly further down at number 40, so I think we know where that one is going.
Yeah.
As far as the Mongolians are concerned, well, Gan-Batar is at number 21, coming in with left Uchimata. Gan-Batar is at number 21, which would normally put him in a qualification spot. Unfortunately for him,
there's another Mongolian.
There's another Mongolian up at number 7, and that is Sanjagal Niemocher.
Yes.
Sanjagal looks as though he's going to be taking that place. And now they don't have to worry about Hashbata Saganbata, who's retired now, and he's gone into the coach's chair.
Yep.
Smooth move into the coach's chair.
He's a legend anyway. So.
Yeah, the legend, yeah. He almost gets into the Legends book, but not quite. Not quite. Does he? Because he took a bronze medal at the Olympic Games in the under 60 kilo category. He was world champion at under 60. What did he do at 66? He won at 66. Where did he win? His world championship medal was at 66, wasn't he? He was world champion at 66.
Yes.
Bronze medalist
60
at the Olympic Games at 60, world champion at 66, and then Paris Grand Slam winner at under 73. And I think he's got a bronze medal at the Asian Games in under 81.
He's crazy, a crazy fighter.
But I'm not quite sure if that squeezes him into the Book of Legends. It may. I don't know. I'll have to have another look. You normally
an extra
need
case. I mean, this is something special.
Yeah, you really need to have been an Olympic gold medalist to be in that 50 great competition judoka. That's what we're talking about. Doesn't quite cut it. Maybe he gets a special mention.
Yes, it should.
Okay,
this is not normal.
We just did. Ashwata Saganbata, what a fighter! You're right, special guy. 2 penalties picked up by Chuchi. Minute 23. No score yet. We may yet get a positive score on the board apart from the 2 penalties. Chuchi's making incredible strides. You know, he's improving every time you see him. He gets better and better.
I try to remember when I saw him first. It's not that long time ago.
No.
Then I really realized.
Pay attention,
Yes, and thought, oh, the Belgium. That's a good fighter. So that name now is in my memory every time I see him on the list.
It may
is
be
really
on
worth to have a look.
It may be on Magushkov's memory as well.
Yes. Everybody has his own special memories about things.
He'll look for him at the training camp and say, hey,
Oh yeah. Payback.
I'm looking for you. That didn't look good, did it? Gan-Batar handing something that the referee put immediately in his pocket.
Yes, you're right.
$100 or something.
Okay.
Piece of tape came off the fingers, that's all it was. Oh, nice little effort, but
Yeah.
unable to come up with any real breaking of the balance to threaten Gan-Batar. That's going to do. Yeah, this one has gotten away from your belt.
Don't go immediately backwards. It's
Yeah,
also on the rule, you know.
back and then side. You know,
Yes.
just don't make it look as ugly as that. Gan-Batar Odbaya of Mongolia takes the second of the bronze medals in the under 73 kilo category. Who did we have up first? I forget now.
Igor Vanke.
Igor Vanka. It was
Yes.
only a moment ago, wasn't it? You know, ask me in 3 months' time who won the bronze medal in the under 73 kilo category, and I'll tell you. But it's on the day. It's 5 minutes later. It doesn't. It hasn't had time to
It is
sink in.
Absolutely strange. Even in the evening, the same evening,
Yeah.
yeah. You sit down
Have to
together
ask.
having dinner, and you're thinking about who was the bronze medalist. So many fights.
Did you see that exchange at the end there? That there has been the most sporting. So many of the fighters have said, good for you, or whatever the case is. And there's just so much nice. Look at Kamal Khan Magomedov and Loic Corval yesterday.
He lifted him up even.
These are two bad boys. The bad boys of
Bad and
judo.
bad gets good.
Coming up next, the final in the under 73 kilo category. Rustam Orozhov of Azerbaijan faces Viktor Svotov of the United Arab Emirates.
In blue for the United Arab Emirates. Medalla de bronce en los mundiales de 2014. Bronze medalist at the 2014 World Championships. Viktor Svotov. Havana, esas palmas arriba.
It'll be Orozhov in the white judogi and Skvortov in blue. There's the man originally from Moldavia. It was a mass exodus as far as the fighters were concerned from Moldavia. A huge group of them signed up for the UAE and brought some success.
Yep. Orozhov. Yes, you go. I just wanted to say, and still it's my opinion, Orozhov is really has a positive attitude, always.
Yeah.
Always. He wants to.
Yeah.
He's hungry for fighting.
He likes to throw. He's got nice he's
Yeah.
got a rangy body, hasn't he? He's tall for 73 and got
Yes.
long legs.
It's really
Young.
attractive.
Yeah. Makikomi, but
Not the best.
Svotov was up to it, managed to move around and avoid that. Keeping him busy, isn't he? Svotov.
Yes.
Svotov in a reasonable position at the moment, can do with a few points, which he's going to pick up here anyway, win or lose. Down there at 23, meanwhile, Rustam Orozhov, number 2 on the Olympic qualification list.
Ui. What was Skvortov's position?
23.
23. I think the cross grip is not the best solution against Skvortov.
Just picked up that penalty, that gripping infringement. Doesn't really damage Skvortov at the moment, but just a warning that some of the tactics to try and keep Orozhov out are not quite what we want to see. Ooh, got turned there.
Yes.
I think he got turned. They gave a yuka. I think it's more than that. If you're going to score it, then I think it's more than that.
There's the replay.
Oh, he may not have been in. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say he may not have been as flat on his back as I thought, but he was. So no force, but the turn was Ari. If he'd come from any kind of height and put some force on it, he could have gone for the full hip on there, but as it is, Orozhov now leads by Wazari. Again, the Makikomi from Orozhov, but Skvortov is up to defending against it. This time he didn't have to move around, he just blocked it, stayed strong, and Orozhov had to back off. 1.5 minutes, or just over 1.5 minutes left to go again.
Ooh.
Won't be any score there.
One action, three different.
3 possibilities.
Wow. Yeah. Oof. Missed that.
The other fighter from the UAE that I like watching is Sergio Toma. And he's up there at number 4.
That's high.
So he's pretty much got things wrapped up. Skvortov with a little bit of work to do. He'd like to get into the top 8 if he can, but Anchang Rim, Orozhov, Akimoto, Sagimuki, Shohei, Nakaya Riki, well, only one of the Japanese will go there. Sanjagel, Ungvari, Makushkov, Tatalashvili, Vandka, they're all ahead of him. So to get in that top 8 is not going to be easy. I suspect that he won't be able to close that gap now, as everybody just continues to push up. The points he will require are going to be a little bit too much. He's going to be one of those loose cannons in the draw, you know. He won't be in the top 8, but he won't be anyone that anyone in the top 8 wants to fight.
That's right.
Orozhov it is, who's able to come back after going Yuko down. Offered the hand up to help Skvortov, but he wasn't quite ready to get off his back yet, so Orozhov returned to his spot. Wazari was enough to take the contest, and the gold medal here in Havana. It's day 2, and we're part way through the final block. I think we're going to have the awarding ceremony in the under 63 kilo category, but before that, let's take a look at the highlights from this contest.
Ahora nos estamos preparando para la primera ceremonia, que será la categoría de hasta 63 kilos femenina. We're just getting ready for the first awarding ceremony of the day, which will be for women under 63 kilos. En esta ceremonia, Las medallas y el trofeo serán presentadas por el legendario entrenador cubano.
Well, I'm sure you can hear the stadium announcer telling us about the awarding ceremony. Luis Torres in control of things today, mercifully. Thank goodness for that. Normal service is resumed. Mia Hermansson from Sweden, the bronze medalist, and Ronaldo knows every single one of these fighters.
Yes.
Katarina Valkova from Russia. And so nice that Ronaldo can present the medal to one of his own girls, Maricet Espinosa of Cuba. And the gold medal goes to Yarden Jerby of Israel. I wonder if there's anyone for whom they've got as much respect as far as coaches are concerned. Can't be.
No, you're right.
The legend.
Yes.
He was coaching before they started judo, some of them.
That's right.
So, you know, this is the guy who they would have grown up seeing in the opposite chair as far as the coaches are concerned when they hit the big time.
Yeah.
They'd have seen him there before they hit the big time.
Yeah.
And then they would have known him at training camps and fought against his girls and everything. So that's a special thing to receive a medal from.
Absolutely, I agree, yeah.
Ronaldo Viecha.
From the private collection of Nelson Dominguez.
Hope the luggage is big enough, the bag, for this.
Find a way to get that home, yeah? And now the national anthem of Israel.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.
Yarden Jerby on the top of the podium again. Gold medalist here in the under 63 kilo category. Valkova and Hermansson were the bronze medalists. Maricet Espinosa of Cuba, a good result for her and the home crowd. Not quite managing the top of the podium, but hey, you know,
Yeah.
it was a good effort.
Representando a Brasil, in white for Brazil. Girl of the Continent in 2015. Los Panamericanos el año pasado, María Portela. Y de azul por Croacia, in blue for Croatia.
So,
Muxin Nurtizan is the referee in the middle for this one, but Maria Portela takes the bronze medal. Barbara Matic not competing, having committed Hansoku Make offense, a direct Hansoku Make in the previous contest. Well done, Luis. There you go. He explained it well. Okay, coming up next. Gulnoza Matinyazova of Uzbekistan faces Marie Ivgayi of France. It's Matinyazova in the white judogi, Gahi in blue. And whilst we're waiting for the fighters to come to the mat, I'll just let you know the we got time for the top 10.
Yeah.
At number 10, Sally Conway of Great Britain. At number 9, Tachimoto Haruka of Japan. At number 8, Bernadette Graf of Austria. At number 7, Kalida Zupancic of Canada. At number 6, Linda Boulder of Israel. Number 5, Arai Shizuru of Japan. At number 4, Yuri Alver of Colombia. At number 3, Gevries Eman of France. At number 2, Kim Polling of the Netherlands. And at number 1, Laura Vargaskoch of Germany. There you go, that's it. Top 10 in the under 70 kilo category Olympic qualifying list. Left-sided effort from Matinyazova. She's beginning to threaten, isn't she? Might come up with a place if she can keep up this kind of work. She's down there at 36, not qualified yet. Got a way to go, I'm afraid. See, she's in a strong continental union. You've got Mongolia, Japan, China,
yes,
Kazakhstan, Korea. That is a tough area to qualify in. All right, you can take out one of the Japanese. That's Arai Shizuru is ahead of Tachimoto Haruka. And you've got the Korean and the Kim Seong-yeon. And after that, as far as the continental union is concerned, Zhou Qiao of China, Sendayush Naranjagul of Mongolia, they both head Matinyazova. No score yet, bit of a scratch on the eye of Matinyazova. She's only a youngster. We've got plenty of time. 21.
Oh yes.
So could make her preparation for Tokyo during the next cycle.
Yes. Ooh, that was a good good attempt.
Almost came up there.
Just the ending. A little bit better. The idea was good. Good reaction from forward to backwards. A minute to go, the Yuko lead for Gaye. Ooh. That was score the Vasari now.
Yeah, just beginning to take over really, isn't she? Real control. Now, the Osai Kami didn't last for long, but there's only half a minute left to go, and I dare say Gaye is clever enough. The French fighter's normally quite technically strong. She's not going to let this one get away from her, is she? Yeah, she's been off balance on a couple of occasions. That's the problem for Matinyazova. Hasn't quite got the solidity yet. And there
Yeah.
again, you see. But that's okay. What did she
It
decide?
is.
Hey, I'm going for it. I may as well.
Yep.
She did. And it could be that on another occasion she'll come up with the score. But she hasn't quite got it. You know, she's not the finished article. And as I say, at 21, it's going to be a while. She hasn't got the same kind of exposure on a regular basis to the kind of quality opposition that someone like Marie-Eve is going to have. And in France, plentiful. I mean, how many female fighters have you seen from Uzbekistan? Not that many.
That's the point.
But here she
I
is
love
in a
to see
medal
that.
contest.
Yep.
She's in the medal contest, so
Give
good,
her some
good
time,
for her, yeah.
some years
Yeah.
to collect experience.
Medalla de bronce de azul por Francia. Bronze medalist in blue for France, Marie-Ève Gaillet.
Marie-Eve Gaillet of France is the winner of the second of the bronze medals. Who did we have winning the first?
Maria Portela.
On a
What by default?
just default. Absolutely.
Default?
Well done. I was searching for the word myself.
Please. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, she really does go for it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Martin Yazova here, look. She realises the chance and just
She missed
gets
her.
turned,
She
yeah.
missed her.
Yeah.
Marie-Eve was able to turn on her,
Yeah.
onto her. Look, she was
Yeah.
not right
Again, the balance. Yeah.
behind her. Yeah, to lift
Yeah.
her up. So there was a little bit of space.
Welcome to the final for women under 17.
We come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Linda Boulder of Israel faces Gershak Sabina of Hungary. It's Boulder in the white, Jadogi Gershak in blue.
And in blue for Hungary, the current junior world champion. Y de azul representando a Hungría, la actual campeona del mundo junior, Gershak Sabina. De
19.
nuevo Havana, esas palmas.
Cho Min-sun is the referee in the middle for this one. We won't go into her record. It would take us too long.
That's right. Don't
We
have that time.
We'll be here all day. We haven't got that long. Boulder in the white, Jadogi Gershak in blue. Ooh.
Oh, that was a good one.
Nice little effort there from
Yeah, the beginning
Linda
was
Boulder.
looked threatening.
The one thing that won't happen to Gershak is you won't get overawed. At 19, she has an incredible maturity about certain aspects of her judo. A few things that can be tidied up, you know, because she's young, but
What a strong hip.
there is an assuredness about her judo. Cho Min-sun's forgotten that she's not a fighter any longer. Wanted to get close to the action.
There was a reaction. Wow. Was back immediately.
Yeah, she likes to be
That looked good, yeah.
on top of the action.
like
Oh, I'm not
that.
fighting. I better step back.
Oh, Matti, she said to herself.
Right-sided effort from Gershak was blocked, and Boulder tried to counter that. No score. Minakawa and Rashoni
Yeah.
screaming out their instructions to their teammate Boulder. They both had a dig at it yesterday, didn't they? Minakawa and Rashoni. Well, we've already had one gold medal for Israel today in the under 63 kilo category. Yardin Jerby. Can Linda Boulder follow? Just got the foot left in there. Now needs to turn. Boulder looking for the Osai Komi. A good turn from Gershak. Momentarily in Osai Komi, 2 or 3 seconds, and then Hungarian managing to turn out of that. Minute 20 odd. No score yet, and neither fighter has given up a penalty. Over on the left hip, couldn't come up with a follow-up technique. That would have been the thing to come up with a score. Needs a combination to really make something different happen. Boulder looking as though she's got most of the attacks from Gershak covered. Combination might change that. Both fighters really good with their hips, and now Gershak goes in again. But can't bring Boulder far enough over onto the left side to come up with a score. Boulder with the single Shido at the moment. That's made things really tricky. There goes Gershak again, first into the attack. Left-sided with the hip technique, right-sided with the little low Marote Seonage effort. Oh, they decide to give a false attack for that one. Oh dear.
Oh, that was good.
Not quite good enough. A Kataguruma attempt there from Boulder. And they've given a Yuko as well. Oh well. That's going to do then. Right at the end, Linda Boulder came up with, well, there's no good complaining about the Shido, because it's the Yuko on the board that's beaten you. So as much as you want to complain about the Shido against you, it was the Yuko that did it. Don't worry about it. There are going to be other days, Zabina. You know, you're 19 and you're going onward and upward.
That's right.
And it's, you know, you can only be aggrieved about the Shido. That's not what defeated you. Boulder's got a Yuko on the board, and that was a good Yuko. So, there you go, taken it. It just took a few seconds to sink in, done, moved on. You know, no belly aching from Gershak, and bows to the control table as well at the end. Nice manners from her, you know. Good contest. Tight, right to the end.
Yes. That was good.
Yeah, and down on her side and then rolls onto her front. That's a good score.
Good position.
Yeah. Yes, so much for we not going to see Kataguruma anymore.
Yes,
How many years is it since we've stopped the leg grab? Years and years and years. And there's a Kataguruma. Bang. And a nicely executed one as well.
Yep.
From Linda Boulder. Right. It's the awarding ceremony now for the men in the under 73 kilo category. Nasser Al-Tamimi is presenting the medals. The bronze medals.
So they go to...
go on then.
Yeah, shall I?
And it will.
I will. They go to Ganbata Otbaya of Mongolia and to Igor Wandke of Germany. Silver goes to Victor Squatter from the United Arab Emirates, and gold goes to the Azeri, Rustam Umshak.
Presented by the Vice President of INDER. Los cheques y las flores presentadas por el vicepresidente de INDER, Mrs. Gladys Becker Díaz.
The more often I see it, the more I pay attention to the left leg from Squatov, how he tried and he lifted him, to be honest. Anyway, it's all over.
It's all over.
Okay.
And now the national anthem of Azerbaijan.
I like that national anthem.
Yeah?
Yes. There are some you really like, huh? It's, can't get out of your ear. This one belongs to.
We're going to be joined by Marty Malloy. What's that?
Yeah.
Okay then. That's very nice of Annette Berm to take a break. Good afternoon, Marty.
Good evening.
It is, isn't it? It is. Good evening. Yeah.
It's dark out.
There you go. There you go. Let's do the introduction first. Roman Mostopoulos of Greece in the white judogi faces Sven Marish of Germany. It'll be Mostopoulos in the white judogi, Marish in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one who is Luis Rivera of Puerto Rico. And a very good evening to Marty Malloy.
Thanks, Shadow.
And it's no secret, Marty Malloy is one of my favorites. So
I feel so lucky. Thank
Well,
you.
oh,
You're my
gee.
favorite commentator too. Well, after Annette, that is.
That narrows it down a bit, doesn't it? Right, so the Mutual Admiration Society over. We're going to settle down and have a look at some of the action. It's Mostopoulos in white, Marish in blue. Have you had a chance to see either of the two today, or?
I've been watching Maresh for most of the day because I was anticipating that he would be fighting Travis in the semifinal, which happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he always looks strong to me, but it's been a long day, so it's kind of a test of wills at this point to see who can stick it out and stay focused and on point all the way till the evening.
Well, we're going to see the aforementioned Travis Stevens in the final. He comes up against the number one seed Hassan Karl Mosaev in a couple of fights' time. And it's been a nice category. There have been some interesting fights in there. And Travis has made his unique way through. He finds unique ways to win, including the one against Galero, which we all thought was an odd thing, including Travis, who indicated that, there was no reason for it to end. He fancied having a fight, and he felt a bit, hard luck for Galero, but it's not up to Travis to decide.
Well, they definitely have a
hands up in
checkered history of fighting each other. Obviously, Travis beat Galero at the Olympics in London, and then Galero came back and beat him last year in Baku. So I think if they're trading wins, Travis had to get that one in for today.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
But his fight with Maresh was tough too. I mean, Maresh, just like in this fight, he grinds it out. Neither of them were able to get a score. It was all kumikata grip fighting most of the time, and this fight is looking similar.
Well, if you're going to stick around for the final, what I'll do is I'll get Annette to come back when Choknai Laszlo and Alexander Vitacek are up, because we removed her because there was a German in the chair. She's kind of partisan, is Annette, Hasn't quite thrown off that I'm a German
It's
tag
hard
yet,
to have favorites.
No score yet, but Marish has picked up a single Shido, and whenever he does that, I just get the feeling that it's not going to be his day, because for some reason, he's not the biggest thrower. He's tactically astute, but when he falls behind, it makes it that much more difficult. Far better if they pick up a Shido, and then he manages the contest from there.
Sure, and
So-
I mean, just like in this fight, he's tactical gripper and he's a tactical attacker too. He's going to get the grip and attack when he needs to, but just like
for the
in
timing,
but just like in this fight, the Greek player, I mean, he has kind of a lot of throws in the bag, so he can kind of there you go. I think that's you.
That was
score.
Close.
I haven't been seeing them call
Yeah.
scores like that consistently today.
Yeah,
So
and now he does.
Yes,
It
I'm
just
happy.
took him that little bit longer. Yeah.
And that's the thing. If I know that Maresh is a forward, I think drop Marote, drop Seoi fighter, so those are actually dangerous attacks against this fighter because he's just going to step around him.
There's just something about the feel about that kind of counter to that technique that made me think, hey, that's a score.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
That's going to go against
Those
Maresh.
are some of the worst ways to get scored on because
Horrible.
you have to take a risk to do a forward attack, right? So when you go for it and then you feel yourself being turned over to the other side, it's just like,
No.
oh no, what do I got to do? But it looks like Maresh is putting on the pressure a little more now.
You must be happy with yesterday's result.
I'm very happy. I didn't really go into the competition saying I have to win, I must win. I just want to work on my judo, work on the things that I've been training to do in the next few months. So seeing all that work was more than I could ask for. And if it means a gold medal, then I'm even happier.
And the rest of the team, I mean, yesterday wasn't the greatest of days, was it? But today with Travis getting to the final, that must make people feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, we brought a pretty good sized team. It's unfortunate that not everybody got through their first rounds, but like I said, it's the beginning of the year, so anything can happen from now on.
Tell you who surprised me earlier on today, Kathy Sell, with the determination. I mean, you know, I've said it to her parents as well, direct to her parents and coaches. We know that this is not, you know, the greatest technical talent that ever stepped on, you know, a tatami, but she gives it everything. She really
Absolutely.
does. What a gutsy
Well,
fighter.
I mean, you just watch her fight, you can see it in her face.
Yeah, I
Every
know.
single emotion,
Yeah,
every single
yeah.
attack, you can see it coming out. So, I mean, she's still young. I think she's got a lot to learn, but she put in a great fight against the Cuban. So I think she should be proud of that at least.
Yeah, good effort. And then we had Hannah Martin today, who wasn't around for that long. She seems to have drawn the short straw recently. Yesterday, Hannah Carmichael and Angelica Delgado. We saw Donnie, you know, out there for a while.
Adonis. Yeah, and a lot of them are young fighters, you know,
Yeah.
so it's all experience for
Cooney
now.
as well. He was there for a bit.
Yeah.
You see what I mean about the penalties? When he gets one, he gets two. When he gets two, he gets three. It's just so not like the earlier Maresh.
Yeah, well, and if you compare this fight to his semifinal fight with Travis, I mean, he had 3 penalties in that match too. I mean,
know.
and he hangs in there. I always admired him as a fighter because he grinds it out. You can see he's constantly pushing forward, but I think the Greek player is just smart enough to get around the attacks and not ride out those drop attacks that he does. So, I mean, it's hard being 3 Shidos down. You're 1 Shido away from being out of the match, but 16 seconds left. I think I can't really say his last name, Mustopoulos.
Yeah,
Mustopoulos.
it's perfect.
I think he has a pretty safe spot right now. He doesn't really have to do much of anything, and it looks like he's just being evasive. Maresh, he's giving it his everything. You got to respect that.
Mustopoulos, by the way, was famously given.
Are they going to penalize him for the... Oh, went the other way.
Now, Mustopoulos was famously given Hansokumake with 1 second to go. He was given another penalty with 1 second to go. The Mongolian referee gave it to him, and he lost his contest, and they began to complain.
Don't
What
tell me that was today.
No, not today.
Okay.
And then, but my take on it was, what's there to complain about? Whether it's 1 second or 4 minutes 50, if it's a Shido, it's a Shido. And they said, but there was only 1 second to go. Yeah, and it was a Shido, because that was his complaint was there's only 1 second to go.
Yeah, the clock has nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's a Shido, it's a Shido.
I mean,
In any case, it hasn't.
assuming the Shido was deserved.
Absolutely.
I didn't see it.
No,
So.
it was deserved.
Okay.
But his complaint was, but you can't give it with 1 second. I'll give it when it's due.
No, that's like saying you can't give an opponent the last second. If it's
And that
before
was
the
their
timer
answer.
rings, then yeah.
Annette Burma is going to come back in, but it's Roman Mustopoulos of Greece who takes the first of the bronze medals in the under 81 kilo category. Marty Malloy is going to be joined by Annette Berg. There's Marty to fill in whilst Annette is sitting down.
Come on in, Annette. So next up we have Hungary versus Germany for the bronze medal, 81 kilos. Maybe you, Annette, can be better at pronouncing the German last name. I didn't want to try.
It's one of the most difficult. Vichachak. Nice to meet you here.
Yeah, good
Marty,
to
how
see
are
you.
you? Yes. Good to see. I hope I won't ask the same question as Sheldon did, because I couldn't.
It's okay. I don't mind answering them twice during this little intermission.
Marty, I have a question.
Sure.
Just a short time period now until the Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was it when you compare it to the last 6 months in 2012? Is it completely the same? Is it different, the feeling and everything?
For me, it's absolutely different, and I'll tell you why. Because at this time, before the last Olympics, I was injured, and I was off the mat for 2 months, and I was an anxious mess, eager to get on the mat and be trained and getting ready for London. And this time, instead, I've got a 3 months filled with tournaments, competitions, all getting ready for Rio. So it's kind of the exact opposite end of the spectrum, but I think either way, I'm going to do what I need to do, so.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of injury you had?
I had a shoulder injury.
A shoulder, yeah. Okay, so you can't really compare this. That's right. I also said yesterday and today, the most important now is if you are in that qualification list, that you stay healthy. This is something which you really don't need some stupid injury. So
it's all about being smart at this point, just preserving yourself, and you know, tournaments are tough, and a lot of times I think you get more injuries competing than you do in training sometimes. So you just have to take it one at a time.
That's right. So this is one of the competition for you where you don't have to travel so far, right?
Love it. Love it. Love being so close. It's rare for us.
I can imagine. Most of the competitions are in Europe or in Asia, so it's a long way for you to come from the USA.
We love those Pan American. Oh, that was a beautiful attempt off the grip.
So let's see if Vichachak can
He's been doing well.
win a medal. Sven didn't.
How did he do at the World Championships? Didn't he? I think he choked Travis, actually, in his match at the World Championships, and I can't remember how far into the draw he got, but he's been doing really, really well. His Newaza transitions are very on point. I love watching him.
Yep, that's
he's
absolutely right.
Active fighter, gripping and moving, and lots of energy. A little different from the Hungarian, who kind of not as offensive off the grip as the German fighter is. I want to say his last name, but I just don't think
Choknai. But we can say Choki.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice reaction.
Yeah, Choki.
Chucky?
His nickname.
Yeah,
he likes that.
I'll do that.
And that's easy. Yeah, that's right. He's more like a power package, you know? So
and one of the things I always notice about him when he's fighting, and it's no different in this match, is that he's constantly offensive, aggressive, shooting any attack, any direction, and his transitions on the mat, like I said, are great. And he's known for his choke. I know that he caught Travis with that choke, and then also I think the Canadian Antoine, 81 kilos, also I think I saw him catch him with it. So those are both really good players. It's something that they definitely have to keep an eye out for.
Absolutely.
I love his great off the grip attacks.
Yeah. Funny, yesterday I said I was looking for a right word for you to describe how you appear, in my opinion, on the mat. You always, at first I thought it was, no, what did I say? This, in the end, you look a little bit sad, but you are focused and you are so awake, you know, and completely different to next to the mat. But it's okay. I mean, on the mat, of course, there's just another.
That's the crazy thing about judo fighters. Like, you see them fight and you're like, oh, that must be the meanest person ever. And then you meet them off the mat and you're like, oh, it's just their fighting face. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to see that he's transitioning to the mat a lot. The referees are giving more time for Newaza, and
that's a good thing.
Some judo players just still aren't doing the transition as much as they could. I mean, they'll give you the time to do it, so why not work on it, you know? And obviously he's going for it.
Yes. And you can see who really wants to start an attack seriously and who's just playing around, you know, to burn some time.
The Hungarian gets the penalty. I think that the German's just way more active than him.
Yep. I lost the script there. Yeah. So as we said, not 5 months already until the end of the qualification. It's incredible, huh? These 4 years.
It flashed by.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yep.
And we knew that would happen after the last Olympics. We said, you know what, we're going to be looking back at this moment, and it's going to be a distant memory, and it's already...
Yeah. When I remember the year after the Olympic Games in Athens, for me it was hard to motivate. I don't know how it was for you, 2013. I mean, okay, no, every year there's the World Championships. It wasn't the case in the past.
Sure.
You had only European Championships or continental. So I needed something more that really didn't motivate me. So, and I was happy to reach again this Olympic cycle, 2007 and then finally 2008. And for me it was, that was hard.
I know exactly what you mean, because it's such a build-up to the Olympics, and it's such a grand event, and then when it's over, it's almost like a deflation period where you're like, what's next? You know, oh my gosh, great. Oh, he countered it back on him.
Better control from Choknai, yes.
Oh. Those are so, when you don't know which way it's going to go. That's what I love about watching men's judo. You don't see it as much with women's judo as you do with men. And
but sometimes you also see that women's judo.
I love watching Gerby and Clarice Abendegnu fight because they get into those mix-ups. Oh, he dropped his weight so nicely. Very good. That was a good throw. I wish he would have transitioned and he could have got the pin. So now he's going to put the pressure on. And I'm wondering if the Hungarian is going to start backpedaling a little, because I don't think that this German's going to slow down.
That's right. He won't stop. Almost 1.5 minutes left. And Alexander Vichachak, he's a fighter.
Definitely. Nice high grip over the top. I'm not sure what that was. Sumi, maybe?
Yeah, they gave a second score, and finally in
They
the end,
scored that?
Vasari. Yeah,
I didn't see. Did his leg hook? Was
I
it
hope
like
we have a replay.
I missed it.
But you know what? I think they also... do they check it?
I guess from my angle, I felt like Chucky was doing a Sumi Aish, but maybe I didn't see if the Hungarian hooked the leg.
Yeah.
If he did, that's
no doubt, yes.
Good reaction for him. I mean, that was instantaneous. Good for him. Good.
That's right, yeah.
So we've got the Hungarian for bronze and the
Greek.
So both of the Germans didn't make it through.
Both are 5th place.
So what does that mean, having two top-level 81 kilo players? I mean, they both fought for bronze, they both lost, but obviously they're at that level. Is that going to be?
They're really close to. I mean, this is finally it's a task from the German national coach and from the German Judo Federation. There's still some competitions coming in between, you know, but I don't want to be in that
position to make that decision. Some countries I know go by world ranking, whoever's higher rank, but I think there's a lot of things that come into play, right? I know in the U.S. if two people qualify in the same weight category, they give them an Olympic trial. We call it best of 3 fight off. So So now we have Travis.
Yes. Good to have you here now, Marty.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, he hasn't been in a final on a world tour in a while, so except for the Pan Am Games last year. But obviously that's not a point tournament. But he had a tough day, you know.
And if you remember the beginning against Leandra Guerrero.
Yeah, me and Sheldon were talking about that. I mean, I was telling Sheldon they have a history of fighting each other, so.
They had a quick chat after that fight because Leandro Guerrero received the Hansokumaga for the leg grip. He didn't realize that. And the replay, you saw that the hand was going between the legs. But also me, I couldn't say.
I didn't see it either. I couldn't see it.
And
I was
think
kind
also
of shocked myself.
Didn't realize it.
Yeah,
they spoke about this.
Of course, I wanted Travis to win, but I didn't know that had happened.
Yes.
I don't know if it was intentional, but I don't really know if intention has anything to do with it anymore. So if you touch the leg.
You're right. You're right. So his opponent, Kazan Kalmusayev, the Russian #1 seed here. Oh. Yep. Well known for his really beautiful Uchimata throwing skill.
I've got to be honest, he looked pretty amazing today. It was exciting to watch him fight. And Travis, you know, I love him, but I've seen him look way better. So I'm very happy that despite him not being the best version of him I've ever seen, he's still in the final.
Yep. What's our lead?
Good attack by the Russian.
Replay. Yeah.
A very nice follow through. He hooked the leg and he kept riding the leg all the way to the back.
Yep.
Oh, I hope Travis can come back. You know, he's been
Plenty of time.
down most of the day in most of his fights, and or even down by a Shido, or
Yeah.
not really getting many attacks in. It was kind of, you really weren't sure which way the match was going to go, and he came back. So I think Wozari is a good enough motivation to get him focused, but
so
he's
too.
got to, you know, do more effective attacks than that. The Russian now can kind of bide his time. You know, he can take the penalties, he can grip, he can be evasive. Travis is the one who's got to start putting the work in.
You need to put really pressure on your opponent. Not only in the last minute, he needs to start now.
Oh, and he did a
Yes.
switch, actually. He faked his hips forward, then
a
he
feint.
hooked the leg very nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad that wasn't Nippon.
So the good thing is, Travis Stevens, once he has the experience,
Mm-hmm.
and he still looks fresh.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know, we're coming off the training camp in Metersville a
Yeah.
little more than a week ago, and so he's been going tough rounds, you know, with a lot of people, but everyone knows competition is different, and I really think he needs to pick up the pace here. He's being a little complacent, fighting on the edge a little, flying armbar attempt.
Looking there for the armlock, huh?
Yeah, a little loose,
Yeah.
but still fancy looking.
Yeah. The training camp in Mittersill was good. I think it was a good start for the year. The mat was full. I mean, Mittersill is always a big address for many countries to start into the year. This year it was very special.
Yeah, there's I think there was 1,000
So
people
many.
there, and he's got the lapel grip. Travis likes to do the standing Ippon Seoi from there, but the guy, he's backing up a lot, so
Yeah.
kind of turning away.
3 minutes to go.
He's got to shoot in. Nice. That's a very nice grip. He's shooting in, but he's just not rocking him. He's kind of staying on his heels, but
Yeah. I'm not to see Travis without a big stripe of tape in the face, to be honest.
he
By
does
the end
have
of the day.
eyeballs underneath there. Yeah.
So today he was calm.
Yeah, it's good to see him not with too many injuries and getting through the day in
Incredible.
one piece. So, yeah, so I agree with Travis. He did kind of like a what's going on there thing. That he's not letting him get his hands on the gi.
Yeah.
But now Travis is kind of in a defensive post. They're kind of
I missed
equally.
that Tomonaga
Yeah.
attempt.
He's shooting a lot, but they're just not. He's not picking the guy up. He's comfortable on the mat, but I think this is kind of just a time killer at this point.
Time killer, yeah, that's the right word.
Come through, come through.
Maybe he got a chance here
This
for
is
the
his-
Osei
he
Komi.
has the special leg pass. If the ref gives him time to work it.
Yes. If there's progress, but it costs a lot of time. And
This is one
okay,
of
he's a
Travis'
specialist.
specialty.
Yeah.
He's got to keep putting pressure on the leg. The Russian is doing very good defense.
His left arm must now get to the upper half of the body. Yeah.
It's a lot of effort expended there on both ends.
Yes. Absolutely.
Big Jim calm as always. You wouldn't know if he was worked up or not, even when he is, because it's just stoic. We're a little over a minute and a half left. I think Travis really needs to pick up the pace, but
Yeah.
obviously at the end of the day, it's going to be hard.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a nice grip.
Yeah, and now he needs to come up with something. He needs to run the risk. The left arm there from
He's
Kamusayev
definitely
blocks him.
hesitant to attack. I wonder if he's afraid of the footwork of the Russian since he got caught with that.
Yeah, but he looks a
earlier.
little bit. It looks a little bit slowly now, right?
The match is almost
Footwork.
over there.
Yeah.
They're at their end.
In the end, it's another good test and another good
Sure.
preparation. So when you're on the Olympic podium, nobody will ask about the Grand-Prix in Havana.
Oh, nice try.
Yes.
He's still got gas in the tank.
Yeah.
And I think the Russian's playing a really smart fight. You know, he's not putting himself out there, not taking any unnecessary risks. And, you know, Travis is really good at dominating the grip, and he's really not letting him do that. Which is why I think the big attacks Travis has aren't really coming off that well. But you have till the last second.
Yes. Getting the grip again. His left arm from the Russian looks strong. Better to get from the inside.
He hasn't really done many attacks since the Wazari score. He's just waiting to see what Travis is going to do, and Travis can't seem to get the right grip. 30 seconds left.
Time runs down quickly now. Maybe one last big attempt or attack. from Travis. See,
I mean, that's a Shido, obviously, yeah.
it doesn't change.
It doesn't do much for him, though.
No. It's not the most attractive, but of course he's running away now and defending. Shimata. Ooh.
He was trying to step over it, but it just he didn't have his other hand on the gi, and
Yeah. Okay, finally a silver medal for Travis.
you know, I don't know a lot about this Russian player, but he fought a very smart fight. I think he fought really well. Travis is gonna have to settle with silver, but
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good result for the first tournament of the year. I'm happy for him.
absolutely.
Happy for both of them.
Yes, yes.
Not bleeding from anywhere, so I'm happy about that.
So Marty, I hope we're gonna have you here maybe for tomorrow.
I would love to. I'd love to
We
come back
do.
tomorrow. Yeah, I will.
I don't know if you have the if you can make it when Kayla is fighting, or you better want to sit there. and
I'll try. We
as
have
you want. We are here.
No, we have a few players fighting tomorrow. Colton Brown, 90 kilos. Ajax, 100 kilos. Kayla, 78. And
We'd love to have you
I'd
here.
love to come back.
So
yeah.
you decide when it's a good time. But I really appreciate it that you were
Sure.
you were here. And yes, then have a nice evening. There are some replays.
Yeah, I'm going to go talk to him about that right now.
Yes.
Why did you get thrown? No.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Yeah, I'll see you
Marty.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Tenemos dos ceremonias. Nos preparamos para la penúltima categoría de hasta 70 kilos. We're getting ready for the awarding ceremony of women under 70 kilos. En esta ceremonia entregan las medallas y el trofeo.
Right, we're getting ready for the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 70 kilo category.
El director y fundador del grupo Taizán, el señor Bianchi.
That was nice. She promised to come. She promised to come back tomorrow.
Oh, Marty Malloy, yeah. That's a
Marty.
nice job, yeah. Right, the bronze medals go to Yves-Marie Gahi of France and to Maria Portela of Brazil.
Medalla de plata, silver medalist from Hungary, de Hungría, Gerczak Sabina.
Silver medal goes to Gershak Sabina of Hungary, who's a smiling and happy
Yeah.
Gershak
Y
now.
medalla de oro, gold medalist from Israel, de Israel, Linda Golder.
The gold medal goes to Linda Boulder of Israel. Now, the number one seed in the under 63 kilo category was Yarden Jerby. She ended up as the gold medalist. The number one seed in the under 73 kilo category was Rustam Orozhov. He ended up as the gold medalist. The number one seed in the under 70 kilo category was Linda Boulder. She ended up as the gold medalist. The number one seed in the under 81 kilo category was Hassan Kalmuzaev. He ended up as the gold medalist.
Right.
4 for 4.
Yes.
4 number one seeds and 4 gold medalists. And all of them, there was a Russian, an Israeli, Azeri, and an Israeli. They're all from Europe. So take your pick. Take your pick. It's a tough one. We're going to have to look to see, who had the most ippons and, all that sort of stuff. So there's going to be a bit of working out to be done yet before we decide on that.
Por favor, pónganse en pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem.
And now the national anthem of Israel.
you very much.
Well, whilst we are waiting for the family picture and things, we can work out who it is that we are likely to pick out then. What do you think then, Miss Byrne? Where are we going to go with this one? Because the other thing is that what you would normally look at is who out of the number 1 seeds had to beat the number 2 in the final. Well, no one did.
No.
Because Zuak didn't make it in the 63s, Ungvari didn't make it in the 73s, Matic didn't make it in the 70s, and Mares didn't make it there. So there was no number 2 seed to beat. So you'd have to look at, really, it has to do with, we're going to have to look at the number of Ippons. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
You know, the other tricky thing is that we had Hassan Kal and we had Kamal Khan Magomedov yesterday. Bit of balance here.
That's right.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Yeah, either Boulder or Derby, I suppose. Derby had Valkova, Del Toro Cavallal, and then, who was it there? Pouchet.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Boulder had Yves-Marie Gahi, Garcia, Cortez, Onyx Cortez. That was a good win. Just need to look at the Ippons. We'll do that and we'll let you know. But we're just about to get ready for the awarding ceremony in the under 81 kilo category for men. There are the medalists all lined up and ready to roll. Bronze medals go to Choknai Laszlo of Hungary and to Roman Mostopoulos of Greece. The silver medal goes to Travis Stevens of the United States of America.
We spoke about Matti was happy not that he didn't have any injury.
Well, he's got one now.
The left arm, huh?
Left arm, yeah. Causing him some problems. The gold medal goes to Hassan Kalmuzayev of Russia. Yeah, there it goes.
No, that was the right one, but
that was the
left.
right, yeah. He's carrying in the left. Goes down on his left elbow there, doesn't he?
Yep. That was brilliant.
The gold medalist is presented with a work of art painted by Julia Valdez of the Nelson Dominguez private collection.
Well, we've got the national anthem of Russia coming up, and then we'll be back. Let's have a quick rundown then as they take the family picture. Just a quick confirmation about the bronze medalists. Mostopoulos and Choknai were the bronze medalists. Stevens took the silver. The gold went to Karl Muzayev of Russia. That's a wrap on today's action. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. But just before we go, a quick word from you, Annette, about where we're going to go with the player of the day for the Europeans. Where's that going?
Normally I would go with Karl Muzayev, to be honest, but I
Well, we
understand
can.
the point.
No, there's no reason why we can't. We just need to have a look at the number of Ippons.
Exactly, that's the
You
thing.
know?
We have to find out now carefully. Maybe, I think also Jan Jerby. She
had
had
a
a good
few,
day.
didn't she?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think you will
We'll
find,
have a look at it.
and
Yeah,
you were going to
we'll do.
read it later on.
Right. Thanks very much for your company at home. We look forward to bringing you more action from the Havana Grand Prix when we're back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. But from Annette Byrne and everyone here in the broadcast studio, myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.